A grieving family is asking for the public's help tonight in finding the killer of 22-year-old Dejah Jenkins-Minus. Police haven't said anything about a suspect in this case since her body was discovered on Friday. WBZ's Tiffany Chan spoke with the victim's mother tonight.
The Jenkins-Minus family has no idea why someone would want to kill this 22-year-old woman the day after Thanksgiving. And with it happening so close to the holidays, the pain is just unbearable.
I'm more mad that they won't come forward.
A mother's tearful plea for justice just days after 22-year-old Dejah Jenkins-Minus was found brutally murdered in Lowell.
I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong. I didn't know what, but I knew something was wrong.
It was Latoya Minus' motherly instinct that led Lowell police to this home where her body was found Friday morning.
They told me that my daughter, that she was stabbed.
Did they say by who?
No, I don't know yet.
The Middlesex District Attorney's Office is investigating, but tell us the killing doesn't appear to be random. While Minus has an idea of who might be responsible, she can't fathom why someone would want to kill this young mother, who, telling by this candlelight vigil, was so deeply loved.
She's very outgoing. She's loving. She's a very uplifting young lady.
Minus is now desperate for answers and has this message for her daughter's killer.
They just need to turn themselves in. I'm lost. I'm hurt. I'm numb. I'm angry. And I want justice for my baby and my grandbaby.
The victim's 2-month-old daughter is being cared for by her mother. Lowell police have yet to announce any arrests in connection to Friday's homicide. Tiffany Chan for WBZ News.
Just days before Dejah Jenkins-Minus was killed, the father of her newborn daughter took their private relationship to Facebook. He questioned whether the baby was even his and said he wasn't going to play daddy. Dejah saw it and responded. Then, the very next day, she took her 2-month-old daughter to his home in Lowell. She walked inside carrying her baby, a carrier, and a diaper bag. She would never walk back out. Girl, the part that makes this case even harder to understand is what investigators found inside that house. Dejah was 22 and from Boston. She was known as outgoing, hardworking, funny, and full of personality. She had plans for herself, but becoming a mother gave her another reason to keep pushing. Leonard D. Robinson, also 22, had known Dejah since they were teenagers. Their relationship had been on and off for years. They broke up, got back together, and kept finding their way back to each other. By 2020, they were together again, and Dejah became pregnant. Leonard was incarcerated on 2 gun cases during much of the pregnancy, while Dejah carried their child and continued supporting him. Then, in September 2021, she gave birth to their daughter, Delani. But instead of simply enjoying being new parents, questions about the baby's paternity became public. Leonard questioned whether Delani was his and talked about wanting a DNA test. Dejah pushed back and made it clear that she was focused on taking care of her daughter. She was looking forward to Delani's first Thanksgiving. That post would become one of her last. Thanksgiving morning, Dejah went to Lowell with Delani. A neighbor later reported seeing her arrive with the baby, a carrier, and a bag before Leonard let her inside. Her family in Boston expected her to return for Thanksgiving. She never did. Calls went unanswered, and her family tracked her phone to Leonard's home. Latoya eventually drove to Lowell herself. The house was dark and locked. Nobody answered. She requested a welfare check, and when officers arrived, they couldn't get inside. Eventually, someone entered through a window. They searched the house and reached a locked bedroom door. When it was opened, they found Dejah dead on the floor. Her baby was gone. Now, investigators had a murder and a missing 2-month-old. The medical examiner determined that Dejah had suffered more than 58 stab wounds, a fractured neck, and defensive injuries. A knife was recovered from the home, and investigators believed it was connected to the killing. Leonard was also wearing a GPS ankle monitor because of his pending gun cases. Prosecutors said the monitor placed him around the home during the period Dejah was believed to have been killed. Then the signal stopped. Leonard had removed the bracelet. Prosecutors alleged that he left in Dejah's car with Delani. For 2 days, the family didn't know where the baby was. Then Delani was found in Boston, alive and unharmed. Her mother was gone, and Leonard was still missing. Investigators now had Dejah's body inside Leonard's home. Her phone location, the neighbor who saw her arrive, the knife, and GPS data, prosecutors said, placed Leonard at the house. They also had his Facebook posts questioning Delani's paternity and expressing anger toward Dejah. Prosecutors later pointed to those posts as possible evidence of motive. Leonard was eventually tracked down in Boston and arrested. He denied killing Dejah and pleaded not guilty.
A Lowell man is now being held without bail, accused of murdering a young mother in her home. As WBZ's Nick Giovanni tells us, the suspect's social media posts may reveal a motive.
22-year-old Leonard Robinson stood before a judge inside Lowell District Court Tuesday morning to face the charge of murder for the death of 22-year-old Dejah Jenkins-Minus.
What we have in this situation, Your Honor, is that Dejah is found in the house that he was living in alone, in his bedroom, which was locked when any witness or the police came to that location.
Prosecutors say the body of Jenkins-Minus, the mother of a 2-month-old baby girl from Boston, was found Friday morning in this Lowell home off Lowell Street. Her death ruled a homicide by multiple sharp force injuries. Investigators believe she was killed by Robinson the day before on Thanksgiving.
What the medical examiner's office noted was that Dejah's neck was fractured, that she had over 58 stab wounds to her body by a sharp object.
Robinson was described by prosecutors as an on-again, off-again boyfriend of Jenkins-Minus. He was arrested in Boston.
Further investigation revealed that there had been social media posts by the defendant questioning whether he was the father of the child, questioning whether he should have a DNA test, and also stating that he was mad at Dejah, and I would suggest providing motive.
Dejah's mother, Latoya-Minus, was in court Tuesday. It was her request for a well-being check that led to police confirming her worst fear.
Her mother then and other family members then stayed up all night on Thanksgiving, looking to see if they could monitor the phone, Dejah's phone, as to where it might possibly be located.
Robinson was held without bail. A probable cause hearing was scheduled for December 30th. Reporting in Lowell, Nick Giovanni, WBZ News.
Prosecutors presented the injuries, the locked bedroom, the evidence from the home, the GPS information, and the social media posts as part of their case. Leonard was held without bail, but the legal process still had to determine what happened. For Dejah's family, the arrest could not undo the loss. She had been excited about her daughter's first Thanksgiving. Instead, it became her last. People who knew Dejah wanted her remembered for who she was before the headlines: a daughter, friend, young mother, and woman with plans for her future. Her daughter survived, but she would grow up without the mother who had promised to make sure she never went without. And that is the part nobody in Dejah's family could ever get back. She went to Lowell expecting to spend Thanksgiving with her baby. She never came home. If you want more true crime stories told with the details, evidence, and human side kept front and center, subscribe to Fable of Crime. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next story. And if this case stayed with you, leave your thoughts in the comments.